Sorry. Hi, guys. This is Cher with peaceandlovereadings.com. Um, how are you guys doing this evening? I felt called to lay out a couple cards this evening and see what the message is. I appreciate you guys joining me. Let me put a little note here. If anybody has a question, um, I'll be happy to pull a card for you and see what messages are there for you. Let me just put a note here. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get started. Let's go with our energy and oracle deck, or sorry, energy and spirit deck tonight. I'm trying to get my light adjusted in here so you guys can see my pictures better. I think that might work better. Very beautiful deck. Let's get started here and see. Let me light some Palo Santo and say a prayer. And we'll see what spirit, source, omnipotent has for us this evening. It's been a beautiful, wonderful, great day. But the expectation, honestly, was to have a great day. I think you have to believe that you're going to have a great day and connect, within. All right, guys, let me say a prayer and we'll get started here. Thank you. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for us? Spirit, what messages do you have for us? Any messages? Oh, okay. There we go again with the. Nope, that didn't work. Sorry, I had to put those back in. Letting go of urgency is the first card to pop out of the deck. This is a slower, more transitioning period of time for whoever needs to hear this message. You can breathe now. Okay. Let's see. Any other messages? Oh. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go there. Any other messages? Okay. All right, Spirit. Okay. I'm told to cut the deck. Okay. These are a lot. Mm-hmm. Wow. Whoever I'm reading for, you have a lot of faith and belief in yourself. You truly do connect within, which is really awesome. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Let's see if there's anything else. It's starting to come together, guys. Let's see what they. Anything else, Spirit? These are hard to shuffle because they're so big to me. Okay, that one. Guys, this is so many cards to say so little, honestly. It basically says that you're coming through a period in your life where you have balance. You are letting go of the urgency in your life. You don't feel like you're on that hamster wheel all the time. You're able to relax and appreciate what you do have. See, this person is under the moon and the stars. This is really nice. Okay. There are some warnings here about phase entanglement, emotional influences. Guys, don't let your friends influence your decisions. I feel for whoever this is for most of your decisions are personal and should stay personal. All right. Also, there's a message here. There's someone that is probably talking about me that talks too much. Be careful what you share. Be very careful what you share. Now, you, even though you have some people that are surrounding you that are not such great influences, I feel you're still holding your own. You still are balanced with power, truth, and connection. If anybody has a question out there, please feel free to join in, and we'll be happy to address any questions and see if there are any messages from Spirit, our source. All right, so you are tapped in. You are connected. You have your dreams. See, it even says, look, you're connected. Okay, totally connected. And you have your dreams, and you even have the goddess of dreams, which is really awesome. But you did, and when you tap in, you tap into your own. You tap into the wisdom of the Magi and your prophets and seers, and the reason you've been able to do all of this and kind of like sidestep the not so great influences that are around you is because you've been to the bottom of the depths, and you are coming up from that, and you don't want to go there anymore, and you don't have to. You really don't. I'm being heard to pull a card here. I'm going to pull one and see what we have here. Messages. Wow. Bear with me, guys. Spirit, any messages? Any messages from Spirit? Messages. Any messages? Any messages from Spirit? Messages. Anything I need to hear, Spirit? Any messages? Any messages? Shuffling always cracks me up. I always get really tickled. I don't know why, but I do. All right, Spirit, any messages? Anything else that needs to come through? Any messages? One of you just wants to flip out here, I can tell. Any messages? Oh, there you are. Any messages? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. I don't know about this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have here, guys. Move this out of the way. I'm leaving this other reading out because I've noticed when I read different decks of cards, I'm getting pretty much, it feels like the same message coming through. So I thought tonight I would kind of compare it. So we have this here. Okay. Give me just a minute to look at these. Wow. Oh, man. This is a really profound reading. Okay. It's funny. These cards can be read backwards and forward. I know you're not going to really be able to see everything, but either way, they can be read. I'm choosing to read them from this side over here. Whoever I'm talking to or reading for, with the message from Spirit is you are opening your heart chakra. You are going back to love in your life, and with that, you'll have this alignment. See, these kind of, I notice these cards kind of interconnect when we're doing readings. It's pretty cool. All right, so and it even says here, unfurling back to love. So you are choosing to go back to love, and there is, when you do this, not only are you're going to have the love, you're going to have an overflow of love in your life. It's beautiful, and it's really, it's beyond the mind what you can comprehend as far as how much love you have available to you in the universe. But it does require some work. and some communication and co-creation. Also, it's you're required to step out on some serious faith because you have radical expansion. Radical is pretty radical, so, and expansion, of course, and then earth and nature. So if you had read it the other way, you would be with earth and nature, radical expansion, with, whoops, communication and co-creation, beyond what your mind can comprehend, overflowing pure abundance and joy coming in because you're open to love. And so with that being said, when you're open to love, your love comes in if you allow it to. And that is also provided you're not hanging on to anything that might block the love. You don't want to block the love. All right, guys, I hope those cards were helpful. Is there anybody out there that has any kind of question about anything? I'd be happy to try to pull a card for you or a message. There is no charge for this. It's simply a service that I enjoy, that I feel called to do, and so I do. It's pretty hard not to listen when you're called to do it, you know. And so that being said, we're gonna pull from the Angels in Abundance deck. I hear I hear some words here. Shiny happy people. Why do I hear shiny happy people? A future so bright I'm gonna wear shades. Yeah, that's mine. What else, Spirit? What else do you? What messages do you have for us here? Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. This is a really good reading, guys. This has got some great. Anything else, Spirit? Great messages. Anything else? I almost feel like the energy just takes over and just does its own thing sometimes. It's really amazing. Let's see if there's anything else. Any other messages in this deck, Spirit? Any other messages? Any other messages in this? Okay. All right. Don't give me a book, please, Spirit. All right. We have 5 cards. One is on the floor. Let me get that, and we'll look and see. Let's look and see what we have here. Okay. Oh man, the friendship thing is coming in, just like on the last one. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Now this is kind of interesting. It actually does kind of follow suit with the last reading I just did. So this must be a predominant message for someone. Abundance is coming in, okay? And I'm going to read this card to you. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So not only are you going to have abundance, you're going to have enough abundance to help others. And abundance is it's not just money, it's emotions, joy, love, abundance in all aspects of your life, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You can't have one without the other. You can't be abundant in your life and be hanging on to bitterness and anger and meanness or have resentment against people. And it doesn't work that way. What you do is you block the energy, and it hurts you because then you are not as aligned with your higher self, or you're not as connected within, and You don't want to do that. Now, Spirit is asking you to do a few things in order to bring this abundance about and these changes. And the things that Spirit is asking you to do, and this does fall in the same line as the reading we did a minute ago. First and foremost, this must be some friendship situation because it says detoxify your friendships. Wow. Okay. Release jealousy and do the work. I'm going to read do the work for us. It is not enough to dream or pray. You also got to take the positive action steps that are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Okay, guys, if anybody is kind of sitting out there, and I do this, I think we all do it, in a nature of procrastination, where we don't feel like doing the work, or we just choose not to, or we get lazy. You're being told you got to do the work, okay? And you've got to get rid of the toxic friendships and the jealousy issues, because this is like your path to abundance. But you don't get the path if you don't do the work, okay? And that's what this is saying here. You have to do the work in order to get to where you want to be, and that is, that's a lot like life. We all have to do the work, but the good news is once you do the work, your obstacles and blocks are lifted, okay? So this is about, it says, all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Okay, so positive energy, guys. Good personal work, gratitude, forward movement, staying centered. And when you do all these things, it says the flow of abundance continues. So, abundance is here for whoever this message is for. They are going to be asked to do some work. I feel like, actually, I feel like quite a bit of work. This is not, I hear this is not an easy feat, but it is doable. It's going to require concentration, self-discipline, the ability to communicate with non-like-minded individuals. It's like you'll actually have to draw these people that you're dealing with a picture. As a matter of fact, a graph or something would be very handy to you in this, whatever this. It's a meeting. It's a business meeting of some sort, but it's like this needs to be as simplified as possible. It's like the group of people that you're meeting with are striving to make something happen with. They're on a different intellect level. Their intellect is like, I see gears and tiny little parts and pieces, and I feel like your intellect is like as big as the world. I've got the whole world, and these people are more condensed in their world. And so communication in this is going to be super important. Communication is actually going to be the thing that will make or break this situation. I do feel that it will, I hear all go according to plan. Now, that does not mean that it goes according to your plan or my plan. It means it goes according to God's plan. So you have to listen to that. And you need to be intuitive to hear it. You can, if you just place your hand right here on your heart and breathe and just breathe the love in. And then when you breathe the love in, release the anger, the bitterness, the animosity, all the bad stuff. All it does is suck your energy. I try to live my life as a good person, and I was talking to somebody today, and I perceive them as being difficult. Now, my perception could have been wrong, but I finally decided in the course of the conversation that there was no point in arguing with this person. All I was doing was just giving away my energy to this. And I mean, there are people in the world that do feed off your energy. And so you'd have to be careful with that sometimes. Is there anybody out there with any kind of question or anything? I am Cher. I'm an intuitive. I've been one for quite a while. All my life, actually. It's just now I've been willing to share it. I was called to share it, and so I've decided to share it. Normally, I'm extremely private about it, and honestly, the people that know about me are very few and far between. Mostly, close family that has lived with me, and so they're aware of who and what I am. And that's the other thing, guys. Be aware of who and what you are. Don't let anybody change you or try to make you something that you're not. It seems like this comes out in every reading. It's you are divine. You are created by the Most High. You are beautiful. Your thoughts are things. What you think about is what you're there. You can choose to have a high energy vibration. You can choose to be happy. Happy is a choice. Um, you can choose to have faith. You can choose to step out of fear. If you're somebody I'm talking to here needs to step out of fear. Um, it's really not going to be that scary, but you have to take the steps. If you don't take the steps, it won't work. And one tiny little step. That's all you got to do. Just sit down and do it. Also, there's a couple people out there. You guys are really bad procrastinators. Make a list, and I hear stick to it, even if you have to do the ABC thing. Where you prioritize. Oh, yeah, I felt that on the back of my shoulder. So prioritize is a very important thing. Also, walking in the light of love is a very important thing. We should all walk in love. When you're living the moment and when you're living in this moment, try to, think how the other person feels in the situation. I know that in this journey of progress that it's a journey for me too. We're all on our own journeys. I find I have to remind myself sometimes to be a good person. But, and I stop myself from, let's say there was a lady, let's say there's a lady trying to cut in front of you in line. You can see they're stressed and just very aggravated. And you have one or two paths. You can choose the path of like, nope, you're just not getting in front of me. Nobody's getting in front of me. Or you can choose the path of love. The path of love is like, would you like to go ahead of me? You look like you're in a really big hurry. Did you need help with anything? You look at the cashier and you're like, go ahead, no big deal. And life goes on. No expectations. For some reason, that message is coming out a lot. No expectations. Live in the moment. And I hear you get what you get. Okay. And that is true, but you also have free will. You have a conscious choice to have free will. You have a choice to live in the moment, and you have a choice to be happy. Life is very short. I've lost a lot of people in my life at this time in my life journey. Good people I will miss forever. Some that are still hanging out. with me, and probably will be for a while. Yes, I know. And it's amazing the inner connectiveness of all of us and the energy where if we will just allow it to flow, life will just it'll chill. It'll be nice. And see, I'm a very high energy person, and when I get in the flow here, I don't. I go back and I play the videos before I release them. When I get in the flow, I don't feel that high energy. I just feel like a normal rhythm. But also, there's like that. It's a switch that you feel when, for me, it's like a switch flips on, and it's so subtle, and just all of a sudden, spirit is there, or source is there, and uh, connecting and allowing me to pass on a message to someone that probably needs it. You know, well, usually I've never passed a message on where it wasn't needed, honestly. And but you have to step out on faith. You have to accept it. If you get a message, it's a message. You have to, you know, do everything in love, of course. But yes, you need to pass a message on. Not all messages are great messages, but you get there. Is there anybody out there that has a question about anything? If not, I'm gonna pull some cards from this other deck and see what we have. If somebody does hop in and see us, just feel free to ask a question. We'll try to pull a card and see what we have. Let's do these. We're just gonna do like a random tarot pull. We're just gonna see what comes out and see what happens. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Let me just take a sip of my tea real quick. I don't know where that came from. Communication. Mm, yes. Communication is very important. Mm. Communicating with the right people, not the wrong ones. Stay away from the bad apples. I see a picture of bad apples flying over a fence. So this is the fence boundaries. Set boundaries. When this person calls you at 2 in the morning, don't answer the phone. It'll be there in the morning, most likely. And if it's not, you probably weren't going to be able to fix it anyway. We're not, we're human. We're in human form. We have human emotions. We require human rest sometimes. So don't answer the phone when it rings at 2. Okay? Roll over, go back to sleep, address it in the morning, finish getting some rest. I feel like whatever it is, you're going to need your rest for it. Yeah. Nothing, I hear nothing earth shattering, but then again, nothing quite so little either. Something manageable, a little trying, but you will be able to handle it. All right. Any messages from spirit? Any messages from spirit? What do we have? Any? What? Oh, wow. Okay. And this one too? Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good one. I want that. Wow. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. I always like to do that. Oh, nice. I'm thinking, guys. Let me see what. Give me a minute. Just. Oh, my head's itching. It's always like a sign that it works. I know. I know it works. I believe it works. Um, all right. I can do this. At the bottom, under the Page of Pentacles, is the Nine of Swords. Okay. I didn't know what was under that, but the devil. Okay. And this one, the Seven of Wands, burdens. Yeah. And this one, Ace of Swords. All right, guys, this is very complex, actually. And yes, I can definitely feel the Holy Spirit here. So let me see what we can do. Okay. I think I have the story. Guys, I lay the cards out, but the wisdom, the message comes from Spirit. I'm going to read these entirely different. I can see how the story is coming out, and for some of you, this is, guys, here's an example. In one swoop, we have the Nine of Swords, the Devil, the Seven of Swords. I meant to say swords a while ago. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. The person I'm talking to is in a very huge period of sadness and extreme stress, and they've lost their confidence, their self-loathing. They're in just a very messed up, deceptive, evil way. I don't know what happened in this situation. I'll be honest. It seems like a terrible situation, like just really terrible. And, the person they were dealing with was deceptive, okay? And not trustworthy at all. Lied, just tricks, deception. Okay, and not only was this person all of this, but this person was also very abusive. And they hurt somebody. Maybe not physically, but mentally and emotionally, because this person and this energy is in a terrible, dark place. And these are terrible cards. And I feel like in this energy, I don't even know. I don't know if they're still in this dark place. The Hermit is next to it, and the Hermit is self-discovery, meditation, going within, withdrawing for self-reflection. Okay, I think I see it now. So I feel like you have I feel like you were the high priestess and your world got turned upside down. And I feel like I hear everything came to a standstill. Everything came to a stop one day. And it was like time slowed down. And I just want to look at this real quick, guys. Yeah, it's just like, it's like a period of dying inside, I think. You always hear a dark night of the soul. I guess that's kind of when I hear dark night of the soul, this is what I think about. These cards are horrendous. And so you went through this and you felt like your world was upside down being the high priestess, and it was. And but you were striving for balance, which is temperance. You were striving for that balance and looking at the situation from all sides. And you were, deeply reflecting on this, and were hurt, and you wanted justice, but that is not for you to do. Okay, the universe, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, they'll take care of you always. They put you in the fire, they'll walk you through it. Sometimes they'll let you get singed, I guess, so you learn a lesson. But most of the time, they just pick you up and carry you through the fire. Remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Oh man, I tried to say those names in 7th or 8th grade when I was in a Catholic school. Just totally butchered them. But I remember the story. And they were in the fire, So, and this person, they want justice. They want things to play out in a fair manner and in a right manner. There's this sentence I keep hearing on the internet. It's your rejection, or their rejection is God's protection. So that may be, maybe you're not supposed to be with this person. Maybe you were, and it may not be a person. It might be a business situation. There are some of you that this would be a business situation where they dealt with somebody that was just very, and you're shady and unconscionable and did not care who or what they hurt in their process. And they were a person hard to deal with because they're used to just walking away from it. They walk away from the situations that they create. But when they go into whatever business situation it is, they already know they're going to walk away. And so it doesn't bother them when they're unscrupulous, or they lie, or they fudge a document. All they see is their agenda. So if you are dealing with somebody in the business arena, or really even the personal relationship arena, watch out for this person. This person has, I hate to say it, but so many bad characteristics that unless you were blind, it would be hard to see. Okay. I mean, unless you wouldn't be able to see it if you were blind, but otherwise it's very obvious. Sometimes by the way they talk, who they hang out with, and they're kind of rude to people sometimes too. I hear that, but that just, this person doesn't think anything about it. Doesn't give that the time of day. That you are simply here, available for their use, for their benefit, for whatever it is they may require from you. But I think that in this situation, be it a relationship or a business dealing, that you have enough wisdom and that you know yourself well enough by going within and striving for the balance, that when your world is upside down as the high priestess and you want justice, justice will prevail, and you'll be able to see the person for what they are. And this is very amazing. This is so funny. This looks like the Queen of Wands is on top of the King of Wands. Okay. And she's in the upright position. The King of Wands is in reverse. Okay. And she's on top of the King of Wands. The King of Wands is an arrogant, deceptive, unjust, prejudiced, aggressive, intolerant, ruthless ruler. The Queen of Wands is ambition, the center of attention, self-affirmation, leadership, uh, full of energy, happy, unfeathered. And so it looks like, just from what the cards and what I'm inclined to read, is that these two were in a relationship. Okay. Something went sideways, obviously, because the cards got turned. Now the queen is on top and the king is on the bottom and in a bad position. It's like the cards turned. Wow. Okay. And then what's before this is the Page of Pentacles. Good news, open-mindedness. Let's see. Being frugal, being determined, being wise. So whatever happened in this relationship with all of this bad stuff, be it business or personal, force the person whose world was upside down, the high priestess, to go into hermit mode, to strive for balance, hope and pray for justice. Okay. It looks like whoever it was, one person got justice in this, but there really is no justice if this was a fight or an argument. But the queen is in the upright. The king is in the reverse. I would say it had to be a close connection because it's the king and queen of wands. And what is in front of you is the Page of Pentacles, going forward, making magic, producing change, having determination, joy. Okay. And so I have 4 cards left over here. I wonder what they're going to say. I have an idea, but let me look at them real quick, guys, and we'll see what we've got. If anybody out there has any questions, please feel free to ask them, and we can pull some cards and see if there's a message from Spirit. All right, let's see. All right. We had the 4 of Wands. You're moving forward on a firm foundation, and it's a good foundation. It's a foundation of prosperity, productivity, abundance, happiness, love, joy, all the things that you want. And this is built well. This is something you can count on. Okay. I feel this is coming in for somebody. Maybe one of the people that went through whatever this thing was, this horrendous thing was. And then you have the 4 Pentacles, which is hard work and optimism and, going forward and building, making things happen. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything there. My lighting on this table is terrible tonight. Yeah, your ownership, you're always learning. Okay, so whoever this is awesome. You're on a firm foundation now. You went through all of this. And it was honestly really terrible to read. From a reader perspective, to see the total destitute of it, the total loss, the total burn in the fire, destitute. And by God's grace, you were able to go within and connect to your higher selves and get balance and strive for justice. Feel like come out on top. now you're moving forward with good news, and you're on a firm foundation, and you are, oh my goodness, what was it? Oh, you're continuously learning. You have a zest for life now that you didn't have before, and you can feel it in your energy. It's great, and people around you can see that energy and that joy, that happiness, that you're, it's like it's flowing off of you, and which this is where God gives you the peace that surpasses all understanding. If you go through something like what these cards say, you can't, it would be extremely hard as a human being with emotions to get past all of this. But when God is on our side, He not only, and I'm not a preacher either, but do I believe in the divine Holy Spirit, God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost? Yes, I do. Uh, but when God is on your side, He gives you the resources for your learning, the everything that you need to move forward, the time, the effort, and then you get to the Three of Wands, and that's having foresight. You're able to see what's coming. You're having an improved status in life. It's like I hear that song. It used to be a sitcom. We're moving on up to the sky or something, guys. I am a terrible singer. So if you hear me singing, sorry. My apologies. There should probably be a tarot card for Cher's bad singing. All right, and then last but not least, we have the Ace of Wands. It's a new ideas, new starts, a new birth, a new experiences. It's like, guys, it's like your whole world is new. It's like it looks like you're not even the same person. You went from the High Priestess reversed, nothing, right? To the Queen of Wands on top, upright, moving forward, uh, with the Page of Pentacles, and building a strong foundation and having the resources that you need, and being able to, you can see what's coming ahead of you, and that is a gift. We all have gifts, and being able to have precognition of what's going to happen in your future is a beautiful gift. And then it's like everything is abundant and new. Guys, if nobody has any questions at this point, I'm going to close it off for tonight. But if you do have a question, please leave it below in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. We'd certainly appreciate it. I have a website called peaceandlovereadings.com. That's all one word if you want to book a reading. Or just put a note in the comments and I'll reach out to you. I do read all my comments and do look at all the likes and everything. And I do appreciate everything that you guys do. It's a very loving, wonderful community. And it's because it operates in love, I guess. So, all right, guys, that being said, peace. See you next time.